So finding your comfortable seated position, folding your legs or keeping them out in front of you, wherever is most comfortable, maybe removing the flesh from underneath the sit bones, placing your hands on your thighs. I tend to draw my hands toward my knees, and typically I like to close my eyes so that I can inwardly focus my attention and awareness. And I like to also join fingertips. It just depends on what's happening. And so I like to join my index and my thumbs for attention and awareness. And then I like to, this time I'm going to join my middle finger along with it for grounding. And in this manner, just simply breathing, staring at that gaze in between your eyebrows, your third eye chakra. Not judging your breath, not judging the thoughts or how you've shown up. This is your time. This is our time to simply be in this present moment until 11 a.m. This is me time. This is you time. As you continue to breathe and become aware of the body and how you're showing up, let's just start doing a scan of the body, beginning with the soles of our feet, the outer edges, the heels, the palm of our foot on the right side, now on the left side. As we continue to scan the body, you might feel tingling sensations as I begin to call each area of your body, drawing the awareness through your toes. Feel as if the breeze is running through and forth each and every toe. What would that feel like? Beginning to scan the tops of our feet, our ankles. Taking an inhale, and as you exhale, draw the breath over to your shins, your calves, moving slowly behind the knees and around the knees in the front. As you begin to draw your awareness to your thighs, exhale, and as you inhale, draw the awareness up towards your hips, your low sacrum, hips, pelvic area, moving up to your hip bones and into your belly. Here I'd like you to breathe in, fill your low belly with breath, and then exhale, belly button back towards your spine. Inhale the belly, expanding all four corners of your belly with your breath inward. Relax the shoulders. Exhale, belly button draws back towards your spine, lifting the torso slightly, chin parallel to the earth. Continuing to scan the body as you continue to breathe. Inhale into the belly, up the lower ribs and into the chest. Exhale the chest, lower ribs, and belly button back towards your spine. Keeping an upright torso, feeling as though you're being lifted from the top crown of your head up toward the sky. Chin is slightly tucked so that you have a long neck. scanning the ribs, scanning the outside edges of our sidelines, our scapulas, wrapping around the shoulders, through the back, and around the front, chest, clavicle area, breathing in, scanning the body, scanning around the triceps and biceps, the elbows, also the forearms. Scan your wrists, your fingertips and palms of your hands. Drawing your attention back up through the arms and into the low neck. As you inhale, up the neck and down the bottom back side of the head. Wrapping through the back of the head, scanning the ears, crown of the head, and forward into the forehead, nose, lips, eyes, cheeks, and jaw. Allowing the breath to run like a tunnel through all your chakras from the base of your pelvic into your solar plexus, your hips, your belly button, bottoms of the ribs, chest, throat, third eye chakra, and the crown of your head. Continue to breathe, finding focus in this moment. As you begin to center and have now arrived to your mat, I invite you to float your hands together as you bow your chin to your chest, opening this practice of yoga. Taking time to be patient with ourselves, going in and out of quarantine. Take time to line up your ducklings in life. Take time to flush away the past. Take time to sit and heal, to move forward. The intention is to be patient with ourselves. Gently lift your head just slightly. And what I'd like you to do is, when it's really cold outside, it's a winter night, and you start to rub your hands together. I want you to do that and begin to rub your hands together until your fingertips are nice and warm. Get your palms, create some friction in between your hands. Maybe you'll hear the energy cracking in between your fingertips, but continue to rub your hands together to create heat. And in about 3 seconds, we're going to place our fingertips and hands over our eyes. Since your eyes are still closed, in 3, 2, and 1, place your hands over your eyes. While your fingers are covering your eyes, go ahead and maybe blink inside right there. Your eyes are still closed. And then gently begin to lift your fingertips, keep your hands at your eyes. I take that back. Gently begin to open your eyes inside your fingers. So create a little space, a little gap. And now gently begin to remove your hands away from your face. Taking a couple of breaths. And now go ahead and remove that support from underneath your sit bones and come onto a tabletop. So open your legs wide as your mat. Place your big toes together. Sink your hips toward your heels. Now, if you can't go there, what you can do is bring this pillow or blanket behind, like on top of your heels, behind your sit bones, and then go ahead and sit on that. And then now bring your hands out in front of you, and then rest your forehead onto the mat. Relax the elbows on the mat. You can close your eyes or keep them open. Just breathe into your back. Remember your 3-part breathing. As you inhale into your belly and up the lower ribs and into your chest, you fill the back with breath. Exhale the chest, ribs, and then belly. Relaxing the muscles behind you. Go ahead and look up at me really quick if you can, and grab your hands into a fist, but then stick out your pinky fingers on both hands. And now go ahead and rest your forehead onto the mat again. And then through the thumb side of your fist, go ahead and give your low back a little pat around that low back area. Pinky fingers are sticking out. See if you can relax the breath. Continue to breathe, but without forcing of the breath. And now go ahead and bring your hands, place your thumbs outside your head, your palms outside your head, but your thumbs in line with like your eyes. And then gently roll up to a seated position, supporting yourself upward. Now you're in this hero pose or toward your hero pose. Bring your knees inward toward midline. So here, make it so that your inside soles of your feet are in line parallel to one another. So they're in line with midline. So if you kind of collapsed your heels, go ahead and bring them up. And then now sit your sit bones back onto your heels. So there's a lot of pressure on the tops of your feet here. Just kind of sit with it for a moment. Maybe take a breath on hero pose. You can bring your fingers back together to bring awareness back to the inside self. Take another exhale followed by an inhale. And on your following inhale, go ahead and bring your hands out in front of you slightly as if you're going to come onto your tabletop. Curl your toes under and try and make it so that all 10 toes, all 5 on each feet, are curled underneath. And then sink your hips towards your heels once again. Tucking your belly button back towards your spine, lifting your torso. Chin is parallel to the earth. Look out in front of you. Find something that's not moving. Take an inhale into your belly, up the lower ribs and into your chest. Exhale, chest, lower ribs, and then belly. Inhale into your belly, up the lower ribs and into your chest. Reach through the crown of your head. And then exhale, chest, ribs, and belly. Bring your hands out in front of you. Go ahead and align so that you are on a true tabletop. So hips are in underneath, your knees are underneath your sit bones and your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Tuck that belly button back towards your spine. Press your shoulders away from the earth. And inhale, extend your right leg behind you as you lift it up. Inhale your left arm in front of you. This is a tricky one. Exhale in toward your belly. Inhale, extend, and as you exhale, bring it in toward your belly, elbow to knee. One more inhale, and as you exhale, bring it in. Inhale one more time, and then open your arm, your left arm to a T. And then, kicking through your heel, your toes are facing the earth. Now you're going to point your toes back behind you, and you're going to open that right leg out to a T. Hold for a breath, and then exhale, bring it down. Align back again. Wrists underneath the shoulders, hips above the knees, belly button back toward your spine. Extend the leg behind you, the left leg behind you. Inhale it up, kicking through your heel. Inhale your right arm up, palm facing midline. Exhale in toward your chest. 3, inhale. Exhale, bring it in. 2, inhale one more time. And then exhale for 1. Inhale, extend. Point your toes behind you. And then open your right arm to a T. Press your left shoulder away from the earth. You got this. And then bring your left leg out to a T. And then exhale, bring it all down. Go ahead and bring that blanket behind your heels, and let's go back into a child's pose. Tops of your feet are on the mat. Rest here for 2 breaths. Go ahead and look up at your hands. Open your fingers wide. Middle fingers are facing forward. Come onto your tabletop. Adjust your knees to be below your hips. Inhale, look up for cow. And then exhale, curl your back, chin to chest, tuck your tail for cat. Inhale, drop the belly, hips toward the sky, look up. Exhale, curl the back, chin to chest, tuck the tail for cat. Inhale, look up, drop the belly. Exhale, curl the back, chin to chest. One more time, drop the belly, look up, inhale. And exhale, curl the back, tuck the chin, exhale. Come back to a neutral spine. And then as you exhale, go ahead and come over to the right side. Sinking your hips back a little bit. Inhale, come up to your neutral spine. And then let's take it over to the left side. Exhale. Inhale, come back up. Neutral spine. We'll take it both ways one more time. Right side down. Take a breath here into that low back. Inhale, come up, neutral spine, and then exhale, left side. Take a breath here to that low back area. Inhale, come up to that neutral spine. Remove the blanket if you haven't already, or pillow. And shoulders are below the shoulders are above the wrists. Middle finger is looking forward. Hands are spread wide. Curl your toes under, come up to a plank position. Tug that belly button back towards your spine. You're pushing the shoulders away from the earth. Top of a plank. Now bend your knees and then begin to press your hips up and back. Spread your toes wide. And then roll your shoulders out. Belly button back towards your spine. Chest toward thighs. Hips up. Begin to extend through the legs for your Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. This is a resting pose. If you ever feel like you need to come back and catch your breath, this is a great place to come to. Now I want you to look up at your hands and begin to take one foot in front of the other, coming to the front of your mat. Very slowly, very gently. Walking up, bending at your knees and grabbing your fists and placing them in between your feet. Outer edges of your feet are parallel to the outer edges of your mat. So you're kind of pigeon-toed a little bit. Now, with your knees slightly bent, rest your chest onto your thighs. You can grab your shins, place your hands on the mat for support. Just allow the crown of your head to relax to the earth. Resting your chest on your thighs. Taking a breath into your low back. And exhale, let it go. Let go of the pain. Let go of the stress. On your following inhale, grab your shins or ankles, and then inhale halfway, look up, extend the legs behind you, kick through the backs of your knees, and then exhale, bring it forward and down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Now allow yourself to roll up vertebra by vertebra, up towards standing, keeping your chin tucked. Your head is going to be the last thing that comes up. Coming all the way up to standing. Go ahead and bring the palms of your hands, fingers facing the earth on your low back. Pinky fingers touching if possible. Press your belly button back towards your spine. Inhale, lift the torso. And then as you exhale, just tilt your head back. Inhale, come up to center, chin to chest. Go ahead and look over to your right side. Lift the head, look to your right side, down toward your chest and over to the left side. Bring your chin toward your chest, keeping your hands where they are behind your low back. Push your hips forward a little bit. Lift your torso. Inhale, look up at the ceiling or the sky. Take a couple of breaths here. Keep lifting your chest up toward the sky and back behind you. Allowing your head to come back. You can open your mouth to exhale or inhale through it. Gently bring your head up with an inhale and allow your hands to fall to your sides. Go ahead and find a soft bend at your knees. Inhale your arms all the way around and up. Exhale, come forward and down, Uttanasana. Plant your hands onto the mat, keeping your knees bent. Step your right foot back. Runner's lunge, lift your torso slightly. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back. Release your knees onto the earth. Tuck your elbows toward your ribs. Lead with your heart. Come forward and down as you exhale. Tops of your feet are on the mat. Inhale up, baby cobra. Relax your shoulders behind you, and then exhale. Open your knees, come to a child's pose. Your other resting pose. Inhale, look up at your hands, come to a tabletop. Curl your toes under, top of a plank, up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up, and then open it, stacking your hips together over to the left side. Take a breath here, and on your following inhale, step that right foot in between your hands. Bringing your hands to your hips, lift your torso. Keeping the left back leg extended, kicking through the backs of the knee. Rotate that back thigh inward. Inhale your arms up for crescent pose. Front leg is at a 90-degree angle. Gently exhale, bring it down. Step that right foot back, top of a plank. Drop your knees onto the earth. Bend your elbows, lead with your heart. Inhale up, cobra. Tops of the feet are on the mat. Exhale, open your knees for child's pose. Inhale, look up at your hands. Come to a tabletop. Curl your toes under. Extend the knees behind you. Top of a plank. Hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg behind you. Stacking your hips together. Open the leg. Three-legged dog with an open hip. And as you exhale, bring that left foot back and now in between your hands. Keeping the back leg extended, bring your hands to your hips. Lift your torso. Rotate the back hip inward. Left leg is at a 90-degree angle. Inhale your hands up, crescent pose. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. Step your left foot back, top of a plank. And now go ahead and stack. I'm going to do it away from you guys so you guys can see. So stack on your left side. We're going to go left foot, right foot on top. Keeping your hips lifted. Press your shoulder away from the earth. Inhale up for a side arm plank. If it's available to you, you can bring that arm up. Gaze at something that's not moving, or your thumb. And if it's available to you, extend the upper leg up and away from the earth. Exhale, bring it all down, top of a plank. Wash it through your vinyasa. Release the knees, come forward and down, bend the elbows. Tops of the feet are on the mat. Inhale at cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Curl your toes under, top of a plank, up and back. Downward facing dog. We'll take that over to the other side. So come onto your outside heel or edge of your sole foot of your right foot. Stack the left foot on top. You can always, I should have cued this, I'm sorry guys. You can always keep one foot in front of the other. Press your shoulder away from the earth on the bottom arm. Keep your hips lifted. Your arm is by your side, or if it's available to you, lift it up. Gaze at something that's not moving, or your thumb. If it's available to you, lift the upper leg off the earth. And then exhale, bring it all down, top of a plank. Wash it through your vinyasa. Let's all meet back at downward facing dog. Take a breath here, catch your breath. On your following inhale, look up at your hands, step your right foot in between your hands. Draw the left foot behind you to a 45-degree angle. Setting up for warrior one. Right leg is at a 90-degree angle. Square your hips to the front edge of the mat. Really press down and ground yourself through the outer edge heel of your back foot. See if you can see your pinky toe in the front, on the front leg. And now inhale your arms up. Virabhadrasana 1. If it's available to you, find a slight back bend. Draw your hands to your heart center. Come forward and down, keeping at that bend of the knee. Now place your hands onto the earth. Come to the ball of your foot on your back leg. And now placing your left hand inside the right foot, bring your opposite hand, your right hand, to your front thigh, and then twist your torso. And then inhale, bring that arm up. On your following exhale, bring that hand down to the earth. And then release your left knee down. Open the right foot out to the outside edge of your mat. Top of your back foot is on the earth. And now with your front leg opening more than midline, go ahead and extend the leg. Bend your knee, hips forward, and then bring your hips back. Extend the leg. Bring your heel, come to your heel, bring your toes with you this time. And then exhale, release it down. Point your hands onto the earth, curl your back toes under, and then step that right foot back, top of a plank. Go ahead and exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Bring your feet back toward hip width distance. And then step the left foot in between your hands, keeping your left leg at a 90-degree angle. Your back foot or right foot comes to a 45-degree angle. Bring your hands to your hips. And then really press through the outer edge of that back foot. Left leg, see if you can look at your pinky toe, opening the knee a little bit, and then twist your hips so that they're facing the front edge of the mat. That's going to really make your back leg lengthen. And now inhale your arms up, Virabhadrasana 1 to the opposite side. Take a couple of breaths here. And on your following exhale, bring your hands to your heart center, bring your torso forward. And now plunge your hands onto the earth, come to the balls of your back foot. Open your left leg as wide as your the edge of your mat. Release the right knee down. Or pardon me, keep your knee up. And then bring your right hand inside that left foot. Bring your left hand onto your thigh. Keep kicking through the back knee. Twist your torso. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale, bring it down. Now release the top of your knee onto the mat. Top of your foot is on the earth. And then exhale as you extend the leg. Keep the sole of your foot on the mat. Sink your hips back. Bend your knee, hips forward. Exhale, extend the leg. Point your toes up toward the sky, this time coming onto your heel. Continue to breathe through this. Plant your hands onto the earth. Curl your back toes under. Lift the knee. Step your left foot back to meet the right. Top of a plank. Go ahead and wash it through your vinyasa. Come forward and down through your chaturanga. Up for cobra. Down and then child's pose. Inhale up for your tabletop. At your tabletop, go ahead and step your right knee outside your right hand. And then curl your back toes under and then just shift your knee back a little bit. Keeping the tops of your foot on your right foot onto the mat. Go ahead and now come to your forearms here. This is a little bit of a differentiation of a pigeon pose. It's not really like gonna open you up so much as regular pigeon would, but for some people this is huge. Go ahead and come up to your hands really quick. And then curl your back toes under. Step that right foot back, top of a plank. And then bring your left knee outside your left hand. Top of your foot is on the mat. And then shift. Release your knee down wherever you are. And then shift your foot and then shift your knee back a little bit further. So you're lengthening down the opposite leg. And then come down onto your forearms for a couple of breaths. Release the top of your back foot onto the earth. Take an inhale, come up to your forearms. Step and curl your back toe under. Step the left foot back, top of a plank. Go ahead and lower, bend your elbows and bring them in towards your ribs. Bring your shoulders above your wrists and then go ahead and lower all the way down to a chaturanga and then onto the mat. Now, go ahead and come to the top. The tops of your feet are on the mat, heels together. And open your arms out to a T position. This is one of my favorites. I don't know why. I just love it. And then what you're going to do actually is bring your left hand by your like chin and shoulder. And you're going to bring your left leg stacking onto your right. So you're coming onto your right side and you're gonna go over it, allowing the left leg to just flop onto the back side of your body. Finding a stretch down your right shoulder. Relax the feet. Your left hand is on the mat for support. Gently inhale, come up, back to your center. Open your left arm out to a T position. Bring your right hand by your shoulder and chin area and for support. And you're gonna roll over that left shoulder, that right leg, over the opposite side body. Continue to breathe here. Relax the legs, the feet. Relax the hips. Just allow gravity to do the work here for us. When you're following, inhale, coming back, rolling back onto your belly. I'm full of noises. Okay, bring your hands back by your shoulders. Inhale up for cobra. Exhale, chest to the earth. Planting your hands right by your shoulders. Once again, open your fingers wide. Tops of your feet are on the mat. Keep your feet together. Heels together. Inhale up, baby cobra, just up to your belly button. Relax the shoulders back. Exhale, bring it down. We'll take that one more time. Inhale up, baby cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Bring those fists with the little pinkies out again. Give yourself a nice little soft pounding on the back. Release your arms by your sides. Take a breath. Forehead is on the mat. Maybe even your nose. Close your eyes. Take an inhale. Pause and exhale. Bringing your hands over above you. Inhale up for cobra. Curl your toes under and then go ahead and walk yourself in between your hands. See your sit bones onto the earth. Come up to your tailbone. Bring your feet with you. Hands by your sides facing midline. Go ahead and tap your toes to the earth. For 1, bring it up. For 2, bring it up. Lift the chest. 3, bring it up. And then grab the backs of your like knees and thighs and roll yourself gently onto your back, opening your legs up, bringing your hands and arms in between your legs, wrapping them behind your shins, and if it's available to you, grabbing onto the outer edges of your feet for happy baby. Rocking side to side. Maybe extending the right leg. Maybe extending the left leg. And then gently giving yourself a nice hug. Hug your knees, bring your chin up. And then releasing your head back onto the earth. Opening your arms out to a T. Allowing both of your knees to fall over to the right side. Gazing over that left shoulder. Just take about a breath or 2 here. Inhale your knees back up to center. Go ahead and allow gravity to draw your knees over to the left side and just fall, gazing over that right shoulder. When you're following, inhale, come back up to center. Go ahead and give yourself another hug. And then gently release your feet, soles of your feet on the mat. Allow your right leg to extend at about mat width distance. Opening your arms out by your sides, palms facing the sky. Allow your left foot to open up to about mat width distance, out and away from your hips. Relax the ankles. Relax the hips. Relax the shoulders and wrists. Allow everything in between to relax. Muscles around your eyes. Letting go of the grip of the jaw. Simply breathe. Bringing your awareness back to that third eye chakra with space in between your eyebrows. For this time, you are with yourself, remaining patient, remaining calm. Beginning to bring awareness back into your being. Wiggling out your fingertips, wiggling out your toes, stretching your arms over above you like that morning sunrise. Rolling onto your right side, keeping your eyes closed. Rolling onto your fetal pose. Taking this time to thank yourself for showing up, giving your body and mind the maintenance it requires. Keeping your eyes closed as much as possible. Coming back to your Sukhasana, most comfortable seated position. Joining the index, middle finger, and thumbs together. Blink softly, opening your eyes, drawing your hands to your heart center, gazing down. I want to thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through this practice. Namaste. And you are good to go. Yay! So every Tuesday, I'm having the live yoga at Pacific time, 10 a.m. here on Instagram. And then I'm putting together Yountville and Napa location morning yoga so that you are still able to perhaps go to work afterwards. DM me if you have like a time preference. Maybe you want to do more online yoga since maybe you can't come to the in-person sessions. Message me like, hey, you know, like I have work or I'm with my kids and they're on their nap time or whatever it is that you're going through, and maybe I can work with you a time a day that we can maybe try it one time, and if it doesn't work out, so what? We'll find a different time, you know. So like we can just finagle with that for a little bit and see what works. I'm sorry for a lot of people who are losing parts of their jobs with quarantine. I know in Napa, as of Thursday, we're closing at midnight. Indoor dining, so only outdoor seating, and a lot of restaurants are only indoor seating. So hopefully your bosses can get creative. I wish you all the luck. I wish you, I send you good juju vibes, and I hope that you can stay in your practice. I'm doing a personal